What's going on, everybody? Mortem here, this time bringing you a video about the Hellknight Signifer Prestige class in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is currently in beta. A Hellknight Signifer is, as I mentioned, a Prestige class. If you're curious about what that means, I have a video explaining Prestige classes. You should definitely check that out if you're curious. Suffice to say, it has a bunch of requirements in order to take any levels in Hellknight Signifer. So going over those requirements now, we have to have 5 points in the class skills of Knowledge Arcana and Knowledge World, as well as 2 points in the class skill Persuasion. We have to have one of the following features: Arcane Armor Training or Warrior Priest. We have to have a Lawful Alignment and the ability to cast 3rd level spells. Now it says Arcane or Divine, but that's pretty much the 2 types of spell casting, so you just have to be able to cast 3rd level spells is the main thing. Now when we become a Hellknight Signifer, we will be adding the class skills Persuasion, Perception, Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, Lore Religion, and Lore Nature to whatever class we already have. First things first, let's talk about what being a Hellknight Signifer is. This is essentially a caster version of a Hellknight. This revolves around spell casting and heavy armor. That's like the big thing. So at first level, typically speaking, in the pen and paper version, you would get access to a Hellknight Signifer's mask, which then confers a bunch of bonuses. It's like a big part of being a Hellknight Signifer. In-game, that doesn't appear to be there, so I just want to let everybody know right away that that is a thing. Moreover, when you become a Hellknight Signifer, you have to choose an order. For the Signifer, this doesn't really do anything. I did level this up and test it several times with different orders to make sure. The only thing the Signifer really gets out of this in-game, at the very least, is becoming proficient with the chosen order's weapon. Their favored weapon, that is. Now, the Hellknight will actually gain some bonuses from the order, but we'll be covering that next video, so we'll get into it then. Now, in addition to those things, in order to cast in heavy armor, we have to, of course, be able to wear heavy armor. So, with that, our Hellknight Signifer gains proficiency with heavy armor as soon as you put a point into the class. Moreover, at first level and every level after, your spell casting from whatever class gave you the spell casting to get access to the Hellknight Signifer will continue, but you have to select it. Now, only the spell casting from the class you choose will continue. You won't get any of the other class features, anything like that, just the spell progression. You're going to get to choose any class with 3rd level spells that would have given you access to qualify to be a Hellknight Signifer. You'll get to choose which one of those classes' spell progression you wish to carry forward. You only get to choose one, but you do get to choose. Now, at 2nd level, we're going to pick up Arcane Armor Expertise. If we have the Arcane Armor Training feat, we're going to pick up Arcane Armor Mastery automatically as a bonus feat. Now, the Arcane Armor Training feat was one of the possible feats we could have chosen in order to fulfill the requirements to become a Signifer, the other being Warrior Priest. So, Arcane Armor adds a 10% reduction to the Arcane Spell Failure chance of wearing armor, and Arcane Armor Mastery makes that 20%, but they don't stack, it just replaces the previous version. Now, there is supposed to be an ability that coincides with the Warrior Priest feat, but it doesn't seem to be in-game, so I'm not going to talk about it much, but I am aware of its existence in the pen and paper version. Now, at 3rd level, we're going to pick up Signifer Armor Training. So, whenever we wear armor, we will reduce the armor check penalty by 1 to a minimum of 0, and the Arcane Spell Failure chance by 5%. At 8th level, this becomes a 2-point reduction to armor check penalty and a 10% reduction to arcane spell failure chance. Moreover, your speed won't be reduced by wearing medium or heavy armor. So this, of course, just simply makes it easier to be a caster in armor. Now, at 4th level, they pick up Assiduous Gaze. So this is going to give them the Assiduous Gaze ability. You can use it for a number of rounds equal to your class level once per day, and you gain the benefits of True Seeing for the duration. At 7th level, you can use this ability twice per day. Now, this ability actually gives you access to a few different abilities that you can activate with this gaze. As a swift action, you can examine a single creature or object or basically anything around you within 30 feet. You have to be wearing your mask, technically, but again, we don't get a mask, so that doesn't really seem to apply in-game at the moment. but you can choose to discern the active spells on a target, that target's morality, what kind of spell casting is available to the target, and that kind of thing. Now at 6th level, we're going to pick up Discern Lies, which gives us a +2 bonus on saving throws against spells of the Illusion School. At 9th level, we pick up Infernal Resilience, which will give us DR5 against everything except Chaotic, and makes us immune to poison. And at 10th level, we pick up Diabolic Harbinger. While wearing our mask, again, we don't have it, so I'm assuming these are just active all the time. At least that's how it works currently. We will be immune to blindness, gazes, and vision-based effects, and we gain a +2 bonus on all persuasion checks. Now, it's supposed to be when you're wearing your mask. That's why it cuts off weird at the end there, but just keep that in mind, I suppose. So, there you go, guys. There is a look at the Hellknight Signifer. I'm curious to see if they'll wind up adding getting the mask in the game, actually, because that's a big part of the class identity for this, but it wouldn't be the first time they've changed a couple things here and there, so just something to keep in mind there. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan. Most of the caster classes have more refined approaches, and most of this really just lets you use armor while also casting and using your spell progression from another class. Using heavy armor as a caster isn't that important in Pathfinder. Like, it's not bad by any means, but it's not, like, amazing or anything. So I'm curious to see what kind of builds people can come up with this. With all that out of the way, truly, just thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. But again, just thank you. May you wander in wisdom, and have an amazing day.